Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mareta Saftin Nisa, and this is my student number, and this is my class. I'm TBI-A in 5th semester, and I make this video to fulfill my final project from my lecturer. She is Mr. Fitriyah Rahmawati on Semantics course. Okay, so I will give you all explanation about the fourth topic here. What are the topics shall I discuss? Okay, the first is semantic, the study of meaning, and the second is the dimension of meaning part 1, and the third is the dimension of meaning part 2, and the last is lexical semantic. Okay. First topic is semantic, the study of meaning. What is semantic? Did you know what is semantic? Okay. Semantic is study of meaning that is used to understand human expression towards a language. Also study of the meaning of word, phrase, and sentence in a language system. An understanding of semantics is essential to the study of language acquisition. Acquisition is like how a language user acquire a sense of meaning, listener or readers also. It is also essential to the study of language change. Language change, it means like how meaning alter over time. Okay, we are going to the next slide. Animal doesn't have a language, but human have a language. Animal just have system to communication. Meanwhile, the human have a language to communication. So, actually, animal doesn't have a language. They just have a system to communication to each other, but it is not a language. Meanwhile, the human is more creative than animal, so they can create a new language. It is arbitrary. Arbitrary is like a word form, and meaning doesn't have a relation. Okay, we are going to the next slide, and this is semantic and 3 topic and 3 others disciplines. There is psychology, philosophy, and linguistics. What is the psychology? Psychology is how the human mind seeks meaning and work with them. And philosophy. What is the philosophy? Philosophy is how we know how any particular facts that we know is true. And linguistic is how a language works. So if we are learn about the linguistics, we are learn about the how language works. Okay. Next slide. Yeah. If we are talk about the sound, we will learn in phonetic and phonology. If we are learn about the form, we will if we are learn about the words, we will in the morphology. If we are learn about the phrase, we will in the syntax. If we are learn about the meaning, we are in the semantic or pragmatic. Okay. Next slide. Okay, next slide is the second topic. The second topic is the dimension of meaning part 1. The dimension of meaning. Dimension of meaning is any expression that has a relation between the utterance and the things or person that being referenced in a language. Anything meaningful in a language is a linguistic expression. Linguistic expression may be various lengths. We recognize 3 units of meaning. The first is morpheme. What is morpheme? Morpheme is which may be less than a word. And the second is lexeme. What is lexeme? Lexeme is like a rudely word and idiom. and the last is sentence. In this chapter, we introduce a distinction between lexemes, which have a semantic relation outside of language, and function words, which contribute grammatical meaning to utterance. A lexeme may consist of one more meaning units. That is called a morpheme. And we discuss different kind of morpheme. Every lexeme is a combination of form and meaning. Okay, that is the dimension of meaning. Here there are 5 topics. The first is reference and denotation, connotation, sense relation, lexical and grammatical meaning, and sentence meaning. Okay, we will learn about the 5 topics here. Okay, here. Reference. What is the reference? The definition of reference deals with the relationship between language and word. Reference is a relationship between parts of a language and things outside of a language. It means in this word. And there are types of reference. The first is variable reference. Like one word, many expressions refer to different type that object. And the second is constant reference. One word, many expressions refer to the same thing. And the example we can see here, we can see on my slide, on my PPT, example of variable reference book. The word book has a real object or appearance in the word. Yeah, I put this picture so we can directly know about the example. Okay, next slide. Denotation and connotation. Yeah, have a close relation. Denotation is the literal meaning of or actual definition of word. Yeah, this is a real meaning or fake meaning. For example, she is my baby. So baby here is like a newborn, human newborn, especially newly recently born young child. But in the connotation, what is connotation? Connotation is the affective or emotional meaning that associated to the next expression itself. For the example, she is my baby. She is my baby. While this baby here in the connotation, baby is like a girlfriend, maybe wife, maybe a close friend. So baby in denotation and baby in connotation is very different. It's very different meaning. Okay. In the next slide. Okay. Sense relation. Sense relation is a relation between word in an utterance or sentence that contribute and widen the meaning of its utterance or sentence itself. Meaning is more than denotation and connotation. What a word means depends in part on its association with other words. The relational aspect. Sorry. Okay, there are 2 kinds of sense relation here. What there are? The first is syntagmatic and the second is paradigmatic. What is the syntagmatic? Syntagmatic is a relation that deals with how each word should be arranged in order to give wider meaning. And paradigmatic, where a word has set of possibilities and some sense in meaning with other words. Mary has a kid. This is for example. Mary has a kid. Or we can kids like children, son or daughter, maybe toddler, offspring. Okay, we are going to the next slide. Lexical meaning and grammatical meaning. That is, maybe it's different, has a different definition. What is the lexical meaning? Lexical meaning is the meaning of individual word. Meanwhile, the grammatical meaning is the meaning shown in a sentence by word, arrangement, and grammatical signal. So this is in the lexical meaning. We are focused in the individual word, but in the grammatical, we have focused to arrange of the sentence itself. Okay. Yeah, this is sentence meaning. Sentence meaning is meaning that being implied by word in sentence that arranged in grammatically pattern. The first, the meaning of a sentence derives from the meaning of its constituent lexeme and from the grammatical meaning it contains. So if you know all the lexical and grammatical meaning expressed in a sentence, you know the meaning of the sentence, and vice versa. And the second, at least if the sentence is a statement, if you know the meaning of the sentence, you know what the conditions are necessary in the word for that sentence to be true. Okay, and we are on the third topic, the dimension meaning part 2. If we know about if we are understand in the dimension of meaning part 1, so we just continue about the morpheme, homonymy, polysemy, lexical ambiguity. Okay. The dimension of meaning part 2. We recognize the 3 units of meaning that is like that is like morpheme, lexeme, and sentence. What is morpheme? A morpheme is the smallest meaning unit in grammatical of a language. A single word may be composed of one or more morpheme. We can see the example here. She looked unhappier than the day before. In the word happier consists of 3 morphemes. It's like an, happy, and An, a unit of grammatical function in indicating negative. Happy is 1 minimal unit. A unit of grammatical function in indicating comparison. Happy is bound morpheme. They can consist itself. What is homonymy? Yeah, homonymy. Homonymy is sense of relation in which one form has different meaning, different word with the same form. Search as such in dictionaries, no relation in meaning. So, one pronunciation, but the different meaning, like this. That is a simple definition. For the example here, like stick. Pronunciation is essentially, but spelling is different. Different in phonology. I have been mistaken about the definition, and we are going to polysemy. Polysemy is one word having several closely related sense, a word or phrase with multiple meaning. For the example, like a hat. Hat seems to have related meanings when we speak of the head of a person, the head of a company, the head of table or bed, head of lettuce or cabbage. So the head here is not like just the head it is, but the head maybe is the headmaster of the school, like that. And next, the lexical ambiguity. Lexical ambiguity is when homonymy can occur in the same position in utterance. For the example, like, I was on my way to the bank. Homonymy belong to different lexical categories and therefore do not give rise to ambiguity. So this is word bank have a ambiguity. So we don't know what is the different. So we don't know about the meaning of this bank. So bank we can say like a bank of the build of the money, save of our money, but we can see the bank of river. Oh yeah, we are on the last topic, that is fourth topic, lexical semantic. Lexical semantic. Sometimes we make meaning out of what we don't know, using various clues and strategies and variety of the semantic rules. The formal study of the convention of word meaning is called lexical semantic. That is lexical semantic. What is the definition about the lexical semantic? Lexical semantic, the meaning of word and the meaning relationship among words. Here the meaning classification. The first is semantic futures. Semantic futures classification of meaning that can be expressed in terms of binary futures. We can see the example here. The bestseller is married. We understand the additive of the first sentence to follow from our understanding of the word bestseller as married. The next, noun class. In this section, we will explore the semantic futures of nouns in yet more detail to give you an idea of how semantic futures interact with other principles of grammar. 3. The first is concrete and abstract noun. The second is count and non-count noun. The last is common and proper noun. Entanglement and markedness. Semantic futures can also be useful in expressing entanglements, the inclusion of one aspect of the meaning of one word in the meaning of another word. For the example, the word man has the semantic futures. We can see the example here. We will return to entanglement in later section because it is part of other semantic relationship among words. In semantic relationship, markedness is based on how we consider one member of a pair of words, typical and the other marked. Meaning sub-classification, that is semantic fields. What is semantic fields? Semantic fields are classification of words associated by their meaning. There is a great deal of evidence that words are stored in semantic fields in our mental dictionaries. Semantic fields could be clothing, parts of the body, emotion, old boyfriend. The fields may vary across speakers and words by belong to more than one category. The meaning of the word picked in the semantic field, the form animals overlap, the meaning in the semantic field made and even, or possibly pets. Yeah, okay, we are on the slide. This is really last slide because we finished to discuss about 4 topic. So thank you for your nice attention. Maybe if I have been mistaken, please forgive me. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.